Hey guys, Parfax here, and today I'm going to bring something to you that is going to change New World forever. All right, let's get started. All right, so we're here on New World Database, and I want to bring you guys a video on the new Rune Glass gems. Now, they're not on the PTR. The PTR actually comes up here in a few hours, and they're not supposed to be on there either. But I want to bring you guys a video because on the New World Database, they have at least data mined all of the gems that we know of. Now, this is subject to change. This is on the PTR, and nothing on the PTR is ever set in stone. But what I will say is just because we are getting these gems, it just shows you that New World is going for a little bit more customizable gameplay, and some of these are actually pretty insane. So what it is we have gems, and you can basically just upgrade all of your pristine gems into these. There's going to be some material that you're going to get from Brimstone Stand, so there's nothing you can really stock up for on this one. But let's look into what these do. So these are going to be your normal gems. You can put them in your armor or in your weapon. The effect doesn't change whether you put one in your armor or in your weapon. We don't know if these stack. I imagine they do, just because by the nature of which ones they are. We're going to go down and look, and you're going to see that there's not, they're basically kind of generic, but there's some really interesting ones as well. So we have this one, which is actually massive. So it says, you have your normal, damage converted to nature, and then nature damage absorption. That's all pretty standard. But if you look here, it says, and it gains 3% of your damage as health. That's 3% lifesteal. That is almost the lifesteal enchant from your ring. And we have 10 pieces of gear, mind you. And if we can put 10 pieces or 10 of these in our gear, then that's 30% leeching. That's actually pretty crazy. We don't actually have the ability to get a lot of leeching. So putting these into your gear could maybe make a, for PvP, like a leech tank or, a leech bruiser. Or even PvE, these will be absolutely crazy because you'll be able to solo a ton more content just by putting these into your gear, getting 30% of your damage back. So I don't know how well these are going to stack. I don't know if they're additive or multiplicative, but when it comes to leeching, this seems pretty standard. You get this across your gear and it is going to make you so much more survivable, as long as you're, of course, not getting one shot. But this one's actually pretty crazy. Some of the other ones are pretty cool, but this one I thought could really, really change some builds, and especially for PvE. Next, we have another interesting one. You're going to get 8 stamina back with each successful hit. This is going to be crazy for tanking. This is going to be an absolute must-have if you are really looking to invest in your character. Now, because these are gems, and typically, for instance, for our mutations, you typically swap out your gems every week. I don't like this because it's really incentivizing you to either, spend a ton of money upgrading your gems every week instead of, maybe putting 300-400 a gem in your gear. It might be like 1,000 gem or 1,000 per gem, or I don't know, it could be even crazier than that. So I'm not sure I'm particularly care for that, but this is pretty insane. Even for PvP, this is going to allow you, depending on what build you are, to basically dodge nonstop. So this is pretty insane. I don't know how many people will use this. Maybe some healers, maybe some tanks, but this is going to be a pretty crazy one. And getting 8 stamina back with each successful hit is pretty insane. Now, mind you, stack this up times 10, and that's 80 stamina per dot or per hit, and you do the math. This could be I almost think, because some of these are so crazy, like this one, that I don't know, this is nuts. That's nuts. And we have 1.5 mana on each successful hit as well. Now, this one I don't think will be used very much. There are some healers that'll probably want this. Some healers do need the mana, and if you do, this is gonna be crazy. Again, 15 mana per hit if you have it on every piece of gear can be pretty massive. So I don't know how much this one will be used. Some healers might be able to use it, but most mages and stuff like that, just they don't ever have mana issues anyway. And now we're going to start getting into the damage ones. So we have fire attacks do an additional 2% damage. So you're going to see this pretty standard on attacks. So we're going to get 2% per piece. So that is going to be 20% extra damage if these all stack. Like I said, I don't know if they do. But so we're going to get 20% extra damage for fire attacks, ice attacks, void attacks, lightning. This one is, we'll go back to this one, but then we have arcane, melee, and ranged. So those ones are all pretty standard, so everybody will be able to put one of these in their gear just to do some more damage. But the one I'm actually really interested in to see how well it works, especially with stacking, is this one. Nature damage absorption, which is just because of the gem. But then we have, it inflicts poison, dealing 8% nature damage per second for 2 seconds. If this stacks and you can get deals 80% nature damage per second for 2 seconds, that is massive. That's a massive dot. I mean, will it mean you want to go that over an extra 20% just base damage? I don't know, but this is gonna be really a wow. I don't know. Like, this could be absolutely crazy. And does that mean just basic attack? If I hit somebody with a rain of arrows, do they get the bleed dot and this dot? I don't know. So I will be testing this on the PTR whenever it comes live. Trust me, this is the one thing that I am super looking forward to because I love being able to customize your gear a lot. So we will make sure that as soon as these go on the PTR, we will test it out. But the PTR comes up here in a few hours, so make sure you guys get on there and test it. I will be on there giving you the great sword content, maybe giving you some of the level 1 to 25 experience. I know you guys aren't too huge on that, but we will get there and we will test it out. We will play with the great sword and we will see whatever little fun shenanigans we can find. The last little bit of information I will have here is kind of on how you craft these. So we're gonna click on here and we go, this item can be crafted. And we have, you just gotta make a pristine and put it in with a rune glass. And you can see here that the rune glass is crafted by, there we go. It is by 10 charged sand for sulfur, 5 food glyphstone, 5 gift glyphstone, an ancient glob of ectoplasm. This is all stuff you find in brimstone. But the big thing here is weaponsmithing level 180. So if you are like me and you have your weaponsmithing up, you are going to make some big money. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Like always, we're going to have more New World content as always. So if you are a New World fan at all or thinking about getting into the game or just looking for any information on New World at all, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you see the videos when I come out without them first, if I can talk, but I never can. But make sure you do that because we're going to have some money-making tips. There's some stuff you should be buying right now. And when I come out with that video, you're going to want to see it because after about an hour or so, the market's going to be drying up really quickly. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.